Hey everyone, there's literally so much I want to show you today, and it's just with a ZVEX Fuzz Factory and a Pitch Fork with a suboctave, or you could use a POG, and we're going to make some filthy drum and bass, or some hardcore freeform, or some drumstep from Cyberpunk, whatever you want to make. This is such a cool hardcore tool. That is so cool. Alright, so yeah, I promised some other genres, right? So, let's try out some drumstep from Cyberpunk, or one of those newer retro genres. Not too bad. Alright. And then like actual hard trance, or yeah, hard dance, something like that. And that means it'll work with hardcore freeform as well, right? And that means it'll work with Frenchcore if that's what you're into. Well, I am, but that's just me. But you just can't beat that drum and bass style. Wicked. I couldn't get enough. Alright, so just so you know, all my settings are at 12 o'clock on the Fuzz Factory, but I am going to show you what's going on in a second. And yeah, just a ordinary sub-octaver like a POG or a pitchfork will work. In this case I'm using a pitchfork, but it uses almost the same algorithm for the sub-octave. I'm using a Boss OC5 to add sub-bass. Without it, things are just a little bit hollow because the ZVEX is a really compressing fuzz, and it'll just turn it into something a little bit too skinny. And you just kind of want that girth coming through, right? And if you want, you could add on a bit of bass synthesizer to really overdo it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just so cool, and it's just the Fuzz Factory. I'm not sure if you can really get the same resonance from any other fuzz. I should mention I am using a noise gate by Electro Harmonics, the silencer. Without it, this is happening all the time. little bit noisy. So yeah, let's have a quick look, and yeah, I think you got the gist of it. Alright, so this is where the most recent magic is happening, and it's just this ZVEX Fuzz and the Pitch Fork, and the silencer has an effects loop with the ZVEX inside of it. But if you're new to this channel, then you'll know that I'm almost always using the Boss OC5 for sub bass, which is separately mixed back in using a little mini mixer, and I've got my own drum kit thanks to this Roland TM2 trigger module, and my guitar has built-in piezo pickups. Okay, but as for the cool, fuzzy, filthy synth that we've got today, I'm just going to play a note, and I'll show you just how you can tweak this resonance. And that's obviously hella cool depending on a new flavor of filthy fuzz that you're after. If you don't use the silencer, as I was saying, it's noisy as hell, and there's all the noise in the world being picked up, but it's beautifully quiet inside the silencer's effects loop. And the pitchfork, I'm dropping an octave, and that's all I'm doing. Just in the very beginning I did some power chords with it off, and you know, it's relatively cool. It's perfectly great to just mix it up a little and eventually drop that octave to make it really cool. And then yeah, there's compressors everywhere to stop things from going over the top, and but I've still basically got the volume set that the compressor and the volume are matched, whether this is on or off. It just stops it from, you know, going way over the top. And there is a fraction of reverb here, very, very light mix just to even things out. But yeah, overall that's the wicked sound that I'm going for. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want to hear more crazy experiments, feel free to subscribe, and I bet you won't be disappointed with the next crazy iteration that I come up with. So yeah, stick around.